Today's video is on distribution and combining like terms. Look at this expression 7x plus 3 minus 5x plus 8 plus 4x minus 1 and define some vocabulary. The constants are the numbers that do not have letters next to them. So that's -1, +8, and a +3. The variables are the variable terms are the terms that have a variable with them. So that's the 7x, -5x, and the 4x. Those are all variable terms. But the coefficients are the numbers next to the variable. The 7, the -5, and the 4. It's always important to understand your vocabulary. Let's move down a little bit. We're going to combine the like terms in this example. I'm going to circle in one color all the variable terms. Don't forget to include the sign to the left. So we have 7x minus 5x is 2x, plus 4x is 6x. In another color, I'm going to box my constants. 3 plus 8 is 11, minus 1 is 10. And you cannot combine a constant with a variable term, so your expression is completely simplified. Another one, let's do number 7. In number 7, I'm going to combine all my x terms. So we have 5x's, minus an x is 4x's, plus 3x's is 7x's. Next, I'm going to combine my y terms, 7y's, and 2y's make a positive 9y. You cannot combine different letters together, different x's or y variable terms, I mean. Back and talk about the distributive property. With the distributive property, if you recall, you're going to take the number on the outside and multiply it to the two numbers or more than two numbers on the inside. This example would make AB, and then A times a positive C is a positive AC. The other example here, we have A times B, which makes an AB, and then we have A times a negative C, which is a negative AC. You have to be very careful with your positive and negative signs when you distribute. For example, let's do a tough one. Let's do a couple of tough ones. Let's do number 3, and then I want to talk about 5, and then we will go to 14. In number 3, we're going to distribute the -4 to both of the terms on the inside, which makes a -4y, and then a -4 times 3 is a -12. Number 5 just has a negative sign here. The negative on the outside is the same thing as writing a -1. There's no number, assume there's a 1 there. Distributing the -1 to the y gives us a -y, and then distributing the -1 to the -9 makes a positive 9. A negative times a negative makes a positive. Let's go down and look at number 14. 14 is a little different because there are 3 terms to multiply the outside 2. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times -y is a -2y. And then we have a third term to multiply to. 2 times 8 makes the constant of 16, positive 16. You should also be able to do the problem 16, 17, and 18. You should be okay multiplying fractions. Let's do 16. Multiplying a 1/4 to an 8x and a 1/4 to a -4. Do not change your answers to decimals. Please keep them as fractions. 1/4, I'm going to do it over here just to show you how to multiply fractions in case you forgot. 1/4 times an 8. 8 can be written as 8 over 1. When you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So 1 times 8 is 8, and then 4 times 1 is 4, simplifying 8 over 4 to make 2. 1/4 times 8x is 2x. Then multiplying 1/4 times the next number, which is negative 4, times negative 4, which is the same thing as negative 4 over 1. When we multiply straight across. So our answer, 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. 4 times 1 is positive 4. And that simplifies to a negative 1. Again, always check your multiplication with a calculator. That could be a huge mistake in your quizzes and tests. And here's your final answer. Let's do some examples where we have distribution as well as combining like terms. Start with number 19. Before you combine like terms, you must distribute first. So I'm going to distribute the 8 to the 2x, and then the 8 to the negative 3. I'm just going to bring down my negative 6 right here. Our next step is to combine like terms. I'm going to circle or box my x terms, the variable terms. 16x's minus 6x's makes 10x's. And then there are no other constants to combine with my negative 24, so I'm going to leave it just like that. Get in the habit of also writing the variable terms first before the constants and writing the constants at the end. It just looks a little better. It's a little more in simpler form. Let's do number 22. Number 22 has secretly 2 steps of distribution. We have to distribute this 8. Let's do that first. That gives us 6 plus 8 times 4w, 8 times negative 7. And now we have our second set of distribution. Remember from the first page, if there's no number in front of those parentheses, assume it's a 1. That means we're going to have to distribute not just a 1, but because there's a minus sign in front, we're going to distribute a negative 1. Negative 1 times 2w is negative 2w, and then a negative 1 times a positive 1 here is a negative 1. Now to combine like terms, combine all my w's together. We have 32 minus 2w's is a positive 30w. Then we have 6 minus 56 minus 1. Always go left to right when doing the addition or subtraction. 6 minus 56 is negative 50. And then another minus 1 is negative 51. Box your answer and write your constant at the end. Let me know what questions you have with the distribution, with combining like terms, where you're not sure about. But please get used to fractions and multiplying fractions. I think the most important thing you may mess up is, again, this negative 1 right here, not being able to do that. Any questions you have, and have a great night.